Could we just talk about you for a bit? You know, your background, and your parents, when they came here, and how things all started in Gopher Valley?
My grandparents come here in the 1890s, I think. 1890, yeah. Someplace in there. There's 100-year sign out here. It's up there, up the road a ways where the Grauers landed.
That's a long time ago. And your mother and father lived in a house on this side, or was it up the road?
My mom and dad lived up here by the grain tanks.
Oh, okay. Where
Ricky lived.
Ricky lives up there, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought they
Yeah.
lived on up the road.
That's where I was born.
Okay. I'll be done. Well, now, did you go to school
Up
in
here.
the one just across from Lawrence Brickey's old place? That
Yeah,
school?
Yeah.
You never went to the one on up
No.
Gopher Valley at Thompson Mill Road? There's
No.
another school.
Yeah, I think there's another one past that too, up on the little long place, wasn't there?
That's what I heard. I've never been
Yeah.
able to pinpoint where.
Well, we all hay up there when Hem Street had it, one filled it full. I know
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a bunch of questions about that area later on, because that 80 cemetery is up in there. I spent a lot of time in there. So your father was a farmer?
that.
And
Yeah.
then you
Well,
stepped.
he had diabetes pretty bad after the World War I,
Okay.
and he went, yeah.
Now, the boys are farming this place, and they're also farming a lot of adjoining places over towards Bellevue. Yeah.
They got better. Probably 2,000 acres maybe, or more.
That takes a lot of planning, doesn't it?
And they got better than 100 acres for timber too.
Yeah, I've seen that.
All this across the road over here is mine, up here is theirs. Back in here you don't see it, but there's a lot of it. Every time we bought a place and couldn't farm, we got cat in, cleaned it off and planted it. We got some over at Bellevue too, up there by the cemetery. There's 5 acres there too.
Yeah.
Up Dupee and all over.
Yeah, there's a little piece up Dupee Valley in there. It's a showcase, and you have Deer Creek running right through the middle of it all.
Yeah, it's sort of a headache.
You do any fishing in that creek through the years?
Not anymore, but I used to do a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I snuck in there a few times when I was a kid and got some nice trout out of there.
Yeah. I
Well-
could get them to bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get crawdads, I think.
Oh, well, there's other things too, but I don't know if we'll put it on this.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to think of where we wanna go. Let's go back a ways then, to like in the, like the 1960s, say, or about, you know, maybe the time of the Vietnam War and stuff. The boys were pretty small at that time, weren't they?
Let's see, we're to get married in 42, I guess. I someplace in there too, yeah.
And you were pretty much farming on your own. Did you hire help?
Oh, no. We had my home place and this place and down below the highway and I don't know, some other, I was farming then and then the boys come along, we kept adding and buying and they just bought another, put in 100 acres the other day again.
Oh, yeah. That piece of the land down below the Highway 18 towards the Yamhill Rivers, that's a beautiful piece of land down there.
Oh, I guess, but time the environmentalists get through with you, they'll have such a chunk cut off you can't touch or nothing else, and it'll be a mess.
Yeah.
And they just spent a bunch of the money down there tiling it out. Mine was tiled, but what they bought, it wasn't tiled, so they tiled it. You see all the lines running around down there on
Yeah.
the chunk next to it.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that World War II, you were a young man at that time, and Could you give us some recollections of just how things were around here during World War II?
Well, Dad was in not terrible shape, and they sent me down to get my, see whether I was healthy or not. And then the neighbors around here took up a petition to keep me here to take care of the folks.
Oh, okay, that's it, that's great.
As I remembered.
So let me ask you on that. So they took up the petition and then they sent it to the government, to the military.
I don't remember if they turned it in.
Mm-hmm.
As I remember.
I think that back in those days, that was the draft board handled that.
Yeah.
The local draft board would have handled that.
I see. That's wonderful that you were able to stay.
Yeah, well,
I think I might, but anyway, I didn't go. That was unaccounted.
they needed people here too.
But anyway,
What was it like? Was there a lot of uncertainty and people really stuck together? Things like that. Could you talk about that a little bit?
they all did. One helped the other one out. Same thing as now. We've helped 2 or 3 out that didn't have, couldn't work no more. And yeah.
Tough, wasn't it?
Didn't charge them anything. We done it on our own.
Yeah.
Rogers and Uncle Jake up here, and I don't know, several of them. We've done it.
Yeah, I can remember your Uncle Jake.
Yeah.
I was a little fella, but I do remember him. He was a nice
He
fella.
was a mighty fine man. He
Yeah.
done a lot of good for a lot of people.
My dad talked highly of him.
Yeah.
Well, during World War II, were there times when you felt uncertain what was going to happen to the country and whether we were going to win the war?
I don't know. I was too busy.
Busy.
Busy working.
Well, that's one way to have
Trying to make $1 just to live.
it.
You don't know what our times are.
Yeah. Well, speaking of,
I was born in 21, so I'll be 91 now pretty quick.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of making a living, then before that, not too long before that, the Depression was here, and
Well, we're still here.
you're old enough to remember that too, aren't you?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I remember that. You was damn lucky. Had something to eat.
Tell us how hard that was. Would you?
A lot of them think they got it hard now. Well, anyway.
We're lucky now compared to then, aren't we?
When I was 15 or 16, I had to do a man's work, and we was home. You had the place up here and help us over there, and you work your 10 hours and come home, milk your cows, and go to bed, and do the same thing the next morning. And on Sunday, you clean the chicken house and all the other things to get ready for Monday.
7 days a week.
Yeah, I've been through it.
What? There are a lot of people in the valley working together then too, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. One to take care of the other, yeah.
Did you know? I've done quite a bit of research on the Agee family, and did you know them very well? Did you?
Oh yeah, I know him. Oh yeah.
Jasper Agee? Did you? You must have known him.
I didn't know him quite as well as George. I think that was their brother or
Yeah.
their son. I know him real well. Yeah.
And then there was George and Lloyd. They called him Cat or Cactus.
Yeah, I know him.
I guess he was a character.
Melvin? No. What? No. Nelson. I know
Nelson.
him too.
He had the sheepdogs and
Well,
stock
I guess I don't know.
There was an old dance hall up Gopher Valley.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Did you go
Folks
to
used to go to it.
dances up there?
Yeah.
You ever drink any of that liquor my grandfather and those guys made?
No.
Probably best.
How are you? Did that group upstairs?
No.
He's not going to
Well,
admit
we're not going to
it.
talk about that.
So I want to hear more about this your grandfather made.
Yeah, they used to, he and Matt Friel his brother they played, one played a banjo and one played a fiddle and they'd play for dances there. And they I think they used to sell whiskey or give it away down there at that dance hall, I guess.
That'd kill you, that whiskey. You drank too much of that.
So where was the dance hall?
You wanna tell her where that was at? I know where it was at.
Well, I do too.
Go ahead.
No, you tell her.
No, I got the camera on you, Mr.
We're
Brown.
interested in you, not me.
Well, let's see. Just past, where you go down past the park up there. A little ways up the road on the left.
Yep. It's the building's
Isn't that
down.
right?
Yep, oh yeah, between the park and Thompson Mill Road on the left.
Yeah, closer to the park than I think it was Thompson Mill Road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not very far
There's
enough.
nothing there, not no more, I don't think.
There's some bricks laying around and,
That could be, but nothing else.
no, and the boards, it's all gone. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember back in the 60s, early 60s, I was pretty little and we had a Halloween
Dark
party.
heck and head out, house outside.
Yeah.
It was hot melt.
Those were the good old days.